So, what's up everyone? Shahab here, and today we're diving into something that's genuinely been a game changer for productivity. We're talking about artificial intelligence, specifically ChatGPT, and how you can leverage it to seriously boost your productivity. Whether you're a student, a business owner, or a creator, this tool will change how you work. We're going to break down 5 key areas where ChatGPT can make a real difference, with concrete examples and actionable tips. My goal here is to give you a clear, no-nonsense guide to getting the most out of this technology. Let's get started. Alright, first up, let's talk about something we all spend a ton of time on: emails. Whether it's professional correspondence or reaching out to new contacts, writing emails can be a drag. This is where ChatGPT can be a massive help, almost like having an assistant who's really good with words. The core idea here is to offload the initial drafting process. You provide the context, key points, and tone, and ChatGPT can generate a solid first draft. For example, you can type, "Write a professional email to my manager about project delays," and boom, you get a ready-to-send email. It handles the salutation, the body, and the closing, all structured professionally. You can get much more specific. Let's say you need to inform your manager about a project delay. You can tell ChatGPT, "Draft an email to my manager Sarah, explaining that the X project is delayed by 1 week due to unforeseen technical issues." The more detail you give, the better the output. Think about the time saved. Instead of agonizing over every word, you get a well-structured draft in seconds. This allows you to focus on the strategic part, reviewing, tweaking, and adding your personal touch. It's particularly useful when you're dealing with high volumes of email or when you need to communicate something sensitive. Another great use case is for follow-up emails. You can ask ChatGPT to write a polite follow-up email to a potential client I met at last week's conference. It can generate a few variations, helping you avoid sounding repetitive or pushy. And it's not just for formal business communication. Need to write a thank you note after an interview, or perhaps a request for a letter of recommendation? ChatGPT can help you articulate these requests clearly and effectively. The key is to remember that it's a tool to assist you, not replace your judgment. Always read through what it generates, ensure it accurately reflects your voice and the specifics of the situation. So the next time you're faced with a daunting email, remember this. Give ChatGPT the context, let it do the heavy lifting of drafting, and then you come in to polish and personalize. It's a simple shift in workflow, but the productivity gains can be substantial. Next up, let's tackle information overload. We're constantly bombarded with long articles, dense PDF reports, research papers, and lengthy documents. Trying to extract the key information efficiently can be a real challenge. This is another area where ChatGPT shines, summarizing text. It's incredibly useful for students, researchers, or anyone who needs to digest a lot of information quickly. You can copy and paste text directly into ChatGPT, or if you're using a version with file upload capabilities, you can upload text and ask, "Summarize this in simple terms." It will then process the content and provide a condensed version highlighting the main points and key takeaways. Imagine you have a 20-page research paper due for review. Instead of spending hours reading every single word, you can get a high-level overview from ChatGPT in minutes. This doesn't mean you skip reading important documents entirely, but it gives you a fantastic starting point. The level of detail in the summary can often be controlled too. You can ask for a brief summary, a detailed summary, or even specify the length. This flexibility is key because different situations call for different levels of detail. This is particularly powerful for students. Think about sifting through academic journals or dense textbook chapters. ChatGPT can help break down complex material into more digestible chunks. For business professionals, this can be a lifesaver. Got a long market analysis report or a competitor's white paper? Get a quick summary to understand the strategic implications. One thing to keep in mind is the source material. ChatGPT is summarizing the text you provide, so critical thinking is still essential. Use the summary as a guide, but always be mindful of the source's credibility. Alright, let's move on to organization. We all have goals, projects, and a million little tasks floating around in our heads. Getting them down into a structured to-do list is the first step to actually accomplishing them. But sometimes, even creating that list can feel overwhelming. Guess what? ChatGPT can help with that too. The idea is simple. You tell ChatGPT what you want to achieve, and it can help you break it down into actionable steps. For instance, you can ask, "Make a to-do list for launching a YouTube channel," and you'll get a structured checklist. This isn't just a random list, it often includes logical steps from initial setup to content creation and promotion. It's a great way to get a framework in place quickly. This is super useful when you're starting something new, and you're not quite sure what all the steps involve. Instead of spending ages researching how to start X, you can get a preliminary roadmap from ChatGPT. For example, create a to-do list for planning a small business launch. The beauty of this is that the generated lists are often quite comprehensive. And just like with email drafting, you can customize these lists. If the initial list is too generic, you can ask for more detail. Can you expand on the set up your equipment step for the YouTube channel list? Think about project management. Whether it's a personal project like renovating a room or a professional one like organizing an event, breaking it down into manageable tasks is key. ChatGPT can act as your initial brainstorming partner for this. It's also great for daily or weekly planning. You could say create a to-do list for a productive Monday. This can help you structure your days more effectively. Alright, let's shift gears to learning. In today's world, things are constantly evolving and there's always something new to learn. Sometimes traditional resources can be dense or assume a lot of prior knowledge. This is where ChatGPT can be an incredible learning companion, simplifying complex topics on demand. The magic here lies in its ability to explain things in various ways. You can try a prompt like, "Explain blockchain like I'm 12." You'll get an easy-to-understand response instantly. This isn't about dumbing things down, it's about breaking them down into their core components. It's like having a patient tutor who can adapt their teaching style to your needs. This is invaluable for students struggling with a difficult concept in a textbook. Instead of rereading the same confusing paragraph over and over, they can ask ChatGPT to explain the concept of quantum entanglement in simple terms. But it's not just for students. Professionals often need to get up to speed on new industry trends or technologies. Imagine you're in marketing, and everyone's talking about AI and advertising. You could ask ChatGPT, explain how AI is used in programmatic advertising. The explain like I'm X format is incredibly powerful. You can use explain like I'm a beginner, explain like I'm a 5-year-old, or explain like I'm an expert in a different field. This forces ChatGPT to tailor the complexity, analogies, and vocabulary of its explanation. Beyond just explanations, you can ask for examples, analogies, or even potential applications. This allows you to delve deeper into areas that particularly interest you, guiding your own learning journey. Finally, let's talk about creativity and brainstorming. Whether you're a content creator looking for your next video idea, a marketer trying to come up with a new campaign slogan, or an entrepreneur searching for innovative business concepts, sometimes you just hit a wall. That creative spark can be elusive. ChatGPT can be a surprisingly effective brainstorming partner in these situations. The core function here is its ability to generate a wide array of ideas based on your prompts. Need content ideas? Ask, "Give me 10 YouTube video ideas for tech reviews." It works in seconds. You'll get a list that can range from the obvious to the surprisingly novel. It's like having a creative team on call. This isn't limited to just YouTube ideas. You can ask for blog post ideas about sustainable living, podcast episode topics for a history show, novel plot ideas for a sci-fi story, or taglines for a new coffee shop. The breadth of its creative generation can be really impressive. The key to getting good brainstorming results is to be somewhat specific but also leave room for creativity. If you're too vague, like "give me ideas," the results might be too broad. If you're too narrow, you might stifle its potential. For example, instead of just tech review ideas, you could try 10 unique video ideas for reviewing budget smartphones under $300. What's great is that you can then take those initial ideas and ask ChatGPT to expand on them. If it suggests a day in the life with X gadget, you could follow up with, "For the day in the life with X gadget idea, can you suggest 3 specific scenarios or challenges I could showcase?" It's also useful for overcoming creative blocks. When you're staring at a blank page, getting even a few AI-generated suggestions can be enough to get your own creative juices flowing. You might not use any of the ideas directly, but they can act as catalysts. So the next time you need a fresh perspective or a burst of inspiration, turn to ChatGPT. It's about expanding your creative toolkit and finding new ways to generate those light bulb moments. Alright, so that's a look at 5 powerful ways you can use ChatGPT to boost your productivity and creativity. From crafting emails and summarizing long texts, to creating to-do lists, learning complex topics, and brainstorming new ideas, it's clear that AI can be a seriously valuable co-pilot in your daily work and learning. The key is to understand its strengths and integrate it thoughtfully into your existing workflows. Before we wrap up, here are 3 final tips. 1. Use ChatGPT with other tools. Don't think of ChatGPT in isolation. Combine it with Notion for organizing research and ideas, pipe its outputs into Gmail or Google Docs for seamless productivity and editing. 2. Try Chrome extensions. There are some really smart Chrome extensions out there like Merlin and AIPRM that bring ChatGPT's capabilities directly into your browser. 3. Stay ethical. Don't copy and paste blindly, especially for academic or professional work. Hopefully this video has given you some practical insights and inspiration to start leveraging ChatGPT more effectively. If this video helped you, hit the like button and subscribe to Shahabit for more smart tech tutorials. Thanks for watching.